The Circus on Showtime.
The
So
Circus.
tell us what that's all about. I know that it's already been on, but...
Yeah, so I think it premiered back in January,
Right.
kind of like as the primary season was ramping up, and they aired 13 episodes, and then it went off the air, and now it's back. It premiered again last night, and now they're focusing on the general election, and it's this political series featuring John Heilemann and Mark Halperin, who are two political journalists who have collaborated on a couple of books.
Right, they wrote Game Change, right?
Yeah, they wrote Game Change, which became the HBO movie about the 2008 election. They also wrote a book called Double Down about the 2012 election,
Right.
and they're working with Mark McKinnon, who's a political advisor, who's worked for like George W. Bush, as sort of this trio who analyze the goings-on in the election season.
And one of the things you told me, it's like it's a documentary series. They're following all the campaigns. One of the things that you said in an article that you wrote about about sort of the first iteration of it was that like it really sort of humanized these candidates that we didn't know about, like John Kasich.
John Kasich has like the worst like dad joke sense of humor ever, and it's like, you know, all the journalists kind of like roll their eyes when he gears up to give this one-liner and everything. So that part of it was really interesting because they were following all the Republican candidates and all the Democratic candidates.
Right.
Now, obviously, they're focusing on Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And this.
Do you think they're going to be able to humanize those two?
I don't know. I mean, it was interesting.
They got their work cut out for them.
It was interesting because like the last night's episode was really sort of a focused heavily on like the Dallas police shooting and the two shootings that preceded that, and kind of like. It was almost like a news program about how the two candidates responded to that. So I don't know if that's going to be their focus going forward, or if it was just the...
You mean they changed the format of the show?
It's not necessarily the format, but, you know, previously they had like 10 people that they had to follow around. Now they only have 2, and we had these huge news events last week.
So it's very current, too. I didn't realize that it was...
Oh, yeah. They put the episodes in the can like probably 24 to 48 hours before they air.